Hello everyone, this is Anna from Cat Realty. Today I'm here to talk to you about affordable weekend trip destinations in Portugal. And this was quite a hard list to make because there are a lot of them. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, Cat Realty is a relocation and investment agency for those looking to move to Portugal. We work from a lifestyle perspective, so basically we work with each person's individual needs in order to match them with the best neighborhood location and integration that we can. We work with both rentals and purchases, and you are able to find a lot of information about our services in our website at www.savvycatrealty.com. We release weekly videos with useful information for those looking to move to Portugal or already living in Portugal, so feel free to like and subscribe. So today's topic, affordable weekend trips destinations in Portugal. So I'm going to start with some of the places that I really like to go from my unwinding trips. Every now and again, I like to just go on a spa weekend to just relax. And my personal two favorite locations for that, there's actually three. So one of them is Gerês. That is just the most amazing nature retreat in Portugal and quite affordable. That is actually the opposite problem in the sense that there are not a lot of high-end hotels in Gerês. And I'm actually someone that is kind of nitpicky with hotels. I've made my own hotel project in the past, so I know kind of the insides of hotel businesses a bit. So that makes me probably be a bit more picky with hotels that I would be if I didn't have this experience. And there are not a lot of higher end offers on the Geres area. You will find a lot of Airbnbs, and there are 2 4-star hotels. I've been to both of them. They are nice. It's a nice quality price. They range from 60 to 120, I think 150 for the fancier suites. And they are okay. They are not amazing, neither on the installations or service. But they are quite affordable, as you can see. So Geres is one of those locations where you can easily stay nicely for under 100 euros. And one of the hotels is a thermal hotel, so that means it has a hot spring. I've been once again to that hotel, and I actually did not like that hot spring that much. I found that the water had a lot of chloride, so I'm allergic to it. So I didn't really like it. I know they have to always put some to comply with regulations, safety regulations, but it was a lot. And for me, it kind of took off from the spa experience. But for me, the most amazing thing about Geres is just the scenery, the fresh air, just the energy. It's such a clean place from every perspective, I guess, and it's amazing to just go hiking and lose yourself in nature. It has a bunch of water streams and small lakes and small waterfalls. It's just a gorgeous place for a weekend trip in general. So my second favorite place to go for a weekend trip is actually for the hot springs, and it is Luso. And I really, really like the hot springs in Luso. From the places I've been in Portugal, they are my favorite ones. So you have the Forest of Bussaco, that is associated to the Palace of Bussaco. That was one of the royal family's palaces. And this palace was converted into a hotel about 100 years ago, so quite a while ago. And I've stayed at that hotel. It is a really nice experience to have. It is affordable. It is a decent quality price. but it is in need of repairs and maintenance, both when it comes to the furniture and the actual maintenance of the building. So do keep your expectations low on that. But overall, it's a really nice experience to have, and nothing it's too critical. It's just a bit outdated and with some infiltrations and so on. And then you also have the Grand Hotel do Luso that is connected to the Termas do Luso, so the hot springs. And I personally recommend that one if you are going specifically to use the hot springs, because it's really convenient to just be able to go directly from the hotel into the hot springs. They are fairly affordable, so the Grand Hotel de Luz is a 4-star, and you can easily stay under 100 euros, especially on the low season. And for the Palace Hotel, it's on the 100 to 250, depending on the type of suite, which is not a bad price at all for the experience of staying on a palace. And the Mata, the forest itself, it's also in need of some maintenance, but it's a gorgeous place to explore, so it makes a great weekend trip. So, another place that it's really nice, and I'm kind of going from top to bottom, aren't I, on the country. So, it's the Lousã and the Aldeias do Xisto. I've personally been to Piodao and on an organized trip on that area where we visited a bunch of locations around it. And once again, it's a really gorgeous and scenic trip. I stayed at the Inn Hotel. That is a nice average quality hotel. It's not a super fancy hotel either. And it's very decently priced. Once again, you can easily stay under 100 euros, depending on the season and so on. And it's really nice to just do the walks around and explore the small Xisto villages. There are also some Airbnbs if you want a more traditional experience. And you also have some really nice villages around with some water streams and so on. So once again, it makes for a great affordable weekend trip. So the next place I have here is Viseu. And Viseu is a bit more of a city location. So the other locations are smaller locations that I'm suggesting. Viseu is a city that is growing a lot and has a lot of gardens. And it's also very affordable. It's very easy to stay in a 4-star hotel for under 100 euros. I'm actually going to do that in about a week, and I'll give you the feedback on the hotel there. Because the other times I've been to Viseu, I didn't stay at hotels. So I can't give you a lot of feedback on hotels on that particular place. But it is definitely a nice, affordable location with a lot of monuments and greenery to explore. So, the next one I have here is Castelo Branco. So, Castelo Branco is more towards the interior, and it has some gorgeous monuments to explore. So, one of my favorites is the Royal Garden. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll put some pictures here. And it's just a gorgeous garden in Castelo Branco that used to belong to one of the royal family palaces. And it's once again a very monumental and scenic, not a scenic, but the city itself is very nice to explore, and it has the parks and the monuments and so on. And I've stayed at the only 4-star hotel on that location that I can't remember the name of. But it was definitely a nice stay. It was once again under 100 euros, and it was a very good quality price. The hotel had great views, good services, good breakfast, so I have nothing bad to say about it. And once again, you also have Airbnbs if you want to stay at a more local place. A thing about all of these locations is that they are very affordable from a cost of living perspective. So you are able to eat amazingly at very low costs. And when I mean low costs, I mean 15, 20 euros. You'll be fine for a very, very nice traditional meal. So, the next place I have here is Tomar. And Tomar is the Templar city. And I actually stayed at Hotel Templario there. And the nice thing about the Hotel Templario is that it's an old school hotel, so the rooms are huge. One of the features I really liked is that they had both shower and bath, which is a nice thing. And they also had nice view. Honestly, I wasn't impressed with the service, but the facilities were quite nice, and it's very affordable, once again, under 100 euros per night, and very central. And there are more hotel options in Tomar and also Airbnbs. I just stayed at that particular one, so I'm giving some feedback on it. Tomar is once again a very nice city to explore. It fits on the same category as the other ones I've mentioned so far. So it's very monumental, very scenic. It has a lot of history, in this case, surrounding Templars a lot. And it is very affordable, and you can eat amazingly. So another very interesting weekend trip destination. So going once again down, I have here, actually, this is kind of the area. So the Caldas do Rinha area, you have the Batalha Monastery and the Batalha area that has the monumental area. Then you have Caldas de Rainha, which is a very nice city, more connected to the arts. It has a lot of ceramic museums and art museums, and it is picturesque in that sense. It also has a very nice park. And then you have the coastal area that is like Nazaré and São Martinho do Porto. I don't usually stay in hotels in this area, but I did stay in a hotel in Alcobaca that is kind of also in this area for a business event. And once again, very nice, under 100 euros a night. And a very decent quality 4-star. You eat amazingly in this area. Alcobaça is known for the conventual suites. And another place that I would recommend is in São Martinho do Porto. There is a Charm Hotel there, right on the front line. There is not a lot of things to visit in São Martinho do Porto, but it is a very beautiful location to visit. And this particular Charm Hotel is really, really nice. And I believe it's possible for it to be under 100, but it's mostly on the 120 to 250 a night range. But it is definitely worth the experience. I didn't particularly stay there, but I've been there, and I was introduced to the hotel itself, and I definitely recommend it. So, once again, going down, we have Alentejo. And Alentejo, it has a lot of affordable locations, but it also is very close to in between Lisbon and the Algarve, that are the two most expensive and touristic destinations in Portugal. So what happens in Alentejo is that you have these niche, very affordable locations, and then you have locations that became very popular for weekend trips from both Lisbon and the Algarve and got really inflated in price. So I'm going to talk about the affordable ones, because that is what this video is about. So the affordable locations in Alentejo tend to be more towards the interior. For example, Beja, it's officially the capital of Alentejo, and it is quite affordable. It's very easy to stay under 100 euros a night, especially outside of the high season. But even in the high season, you can still make it probably more on a tangent, so to say. But it is a nice place to visit. Actually, Beja is very nice for food. And it has some monuments. It has the tower. You can go up the tower, and has a nice view from there. but there are not a lot of cultural activities like museums and so on. There are some, but not a lot of them. And the other location that I have written down here in the Alentejo is Almodóvar. And I've been past Almodóvar, but I haven't stayed there. I will be staying in a week, 2 weeks about it. And I'm going to talk about that in the end. So I'll be doing the N2, the EN2 road starting on Monday. So that's 3 days from when this video is posted. And I'll be also stopping at Almodóvar, so I'll be able to give you some feedback on lodging there. But it's mostly alojamento locais that you found. There is not hotels in that area. Then you also have the, for example, Alcácer do Sol. It's actually up, so it's towards the Lisbon area. And once again, it fits on most of the criteria I've put here. You can stay under 100 euros a night on 4-star hotels, except on the very high season. And Castelo do Sol is actually a small location, but it's really nice to explore and can be really relaxing for a weekend trip. And there are other locations like that along the Alentejo coast. Some of them can be a bit more inflated because, like I said, they are on the route of two of the most expensive and touristic locations in Portugal, that are Algarve and Lisbon. So, to close, I'm just going to talk to you about the trip I will be making starting on Monday. And I will be giving live updates on this trip. So I will be doing the EN2 road. The EN2 road is a road that crosses Portugal in the middle. So it goes from Chaves to Faro. It goes all the way through Portugal. And it has some amazing locations throughout it. I'll be posting live updates on Instagram, so feel free to follow us there. It's Savvy Cat Realty on Instagram too. And then I will be posting longer videos about the bigger cities that I stopped by. And most of these locations will all fit in the criteria for this. So I already booked all of the hotels for this trip. I'm staying on 4-star hotels throughout all the trip, and I will be doing 16 days because I will be creating content and filming and so on. And in only 2 locations, I will be paying more than 100 euros a night. So feel free to stay tuned and follow us on Instagram for the live updates of this trip. I hope you enjoyed this video. A lot of it was my personal experiences. I would love to know your feedback to know if this was helpful. I would also love to see you on Instagram throughout my N2 trip. And I will see you all again next week. Bye!